Hey, what's up guys? We're back for WOD number 2, which is going to be a 12-minute AMRAP rotating between partner 1 and partner 2 of 15 wall balls, 10 dumbbell snatch, 5 burpees. So this workout's going to get pretty hot and spicy pretty fast. What I want to talk to you guys about today is that it is a 1-to-1 work to rest ratio, meaning you're going to work for, let's say, a minute on that round. Then you're gonna get a minute rest while your partner is doing their round. So what I want you to think about here is working really fast while you can, so that way now you can rest and then go just as hard as you can right after that when it's your turn to go again, all right? My goal for you guys is to try to go unbroken as long as possible. So try to go unbroken on the wall balls, on the dumbbell snatch, and then obviously be able to bust out the burpees, all right? Now, the two movements that you can breathe on are the wall balls and the dumbbell snatch, all right? You're thinking about breathing out when the dumbbell or the wall ball goes up. So as you're squatting and pressing that ball up, the ball leaves your hands, that's when you're taking your breath out, all right? As you're going back down, that's where you're breathing back in to support your spine, support your posture as you're squatting. On the dumbbell snatch, almost the same type of thing. You're breathing out when you're exerting that force and you're putting that dumbbell overhead. You're breathing back in again to support your spine, support your position as you're going back down to the ground, all right? So use your breathing during the wall balls and the dumbbell snatch, so that way you can send it and continue to go as hard as you can on those burpees. It's only 5 reps, bust them out as fast as you can. Pertaining to just the wall balls, what I want you to think about here is to not leave your hands up. It's really easy to get caught up in the moment, and as you're wall balling, you're leaving your hands right there as it's in the air and it's coming back to you. All right, if you notice that, if your hands are always up in the air for the wall balls and then they're always up in the air again as you're doing that dumbbell snatch, that might fatigue your shoulders a little bit more and not have you press as fast or as powerful on those burpees. So if you can, after you throw that ball up, bring your hands right back down to that neutral, relaxed position, and then absorb that wall ball when it comes back down. Just try not to leave it up in the air the whole time. The second thing I want you to think about with the wall ball is keeping a really good upper body and upper back position. So think about your hands coming underneath of the ball, elbows support that, and you're almost keeping that front rack position. So we're not pulling our elbows out, pulling that ball down to our belly, and then hinging over really far as well, all right? Try to stay nice and active, keeping your eye on that target the whole time. Pertaining to the dumbbell snatch, to go faster, what I want you guys to think about doing here is switch your hands in the air. All right, so after you snatch, you're gonna leave that hand right there open, ready to go. You're gonna pass it off, ride that weight down so you're still nice and active. Again, breathing in when you're going down, touching the ground, and then going right back up, snapping it. Since you're doing squats in the wall balls, and your quads typically burn out when you do burpees, or especially a lot of them, which you guys have today, what I want you to think about is trying to do more hinging. Normally I would say try to use more of a squatting technique to save your lower back in the dumbbell snatch, but for this workout, I think it's gonna be beneficial to do more of a hinge position. So think like a kettlebell swing, all right? You're gonna hinge from the hips. As long as your back stays straight, keeping the high hips, using more of that kettlebell swing type of movement is gonna help you for your kettlebell snatches on this day, on this workout, all right? To do that, you're also gonna think about keeping that hand in more of a neutral grip. So that way it's really easy to switch and really easy to bring it right back up in the air. All right, for the burpees, you guys are gonna send it. Go as fast as you can, knock these 5 out, and then get on to partner number 2. The only tip I'm gonna tell you about this, you can move a little faster when your knees and your feet are a little bit wider, all right? Every time you jump up, if your knees have to go into your chest, that's further your feet have to travel, that's higher your hips have to go before you actually get to pull your chest up and jump. Plus, it's gonna help with the breathing a little bit as well. So, give these tips a try. Make sure you practice this with you and your partner. Maybe it's even just a couple rounds, maybe not the full 12 minutes. And look out for our strategies and tips for your WOD number 3.